Hey guys, it's Dr. Leslie. I'm here at the store and wanted to introduce you guys to our chiropractors that are here on Tuesdays doing cold laser therapy. Dr. Callie, Dr. Michael's behind the camera there, and I came in, I've got some shoulder issues going on, so we're going to do a little demonstration for you to show you a little bit of what the cold laser therapy does, so you'll know a little bit more about services that we have here at B1 Asheville. So let's get started. Little glasses.
These glasses are used for protecting the retinas. So the retinal tissue is the only tissue of the body that is not positively affected by the specific wavelengths that are used in this laser. Every other tissue in the body benefits. So we will protect our eyes utilizing these cool goggles. And you'll hear some beeps, and now we are getting started. So this is about as exciting as watching paint dry, but the effects are phenomenal. So as you can see, I kind of just trace the entire area, thinking mentally what's going on inside the shoulder. So we're talking about joints, ligaments, tendons, muscles, nerves, blood vessels. Anything that's in this area is now going to be affected by the specific wavelengths. What's happening is you're seeing a red light, but the red light is actually just for show. It is just so that I know where I'm directing the actual light. What the effective part of the laser is actually infrared, so we are not seeing any of those waves. What they are doing is actually penetrating deep into the tissue. So we are just now actually starting her therapeutic process. I am turning on her cells at this time. So no, you will not probably get up from a laser treatment and feel miraculously different, but hopefully over the next 18 to 20 hours, that's when she'll really start to feel the benefit of the laser.
My first time a few years ago, I had tendonitis in my knee, and it literally knocked it out in like 48 hours, and I'd had it for a week or two. So when I met these guys, I actually was having some issues with that same knee and found them. I said, oh my gosh, you guys do cold laser? So I knew that it was going to work because it had worked for me before, and it did once again. And then this shoulder, last time I had my shoulder flared up, it took about a day and a half, and the pain was significantly better. So I know that it works. I love it. That's why I asked these guys if they wanted to come in one day a week and offer this to East Nashville and anyone in the surrounding areas. Definitely, if you have something going on, give it a try. I think you'll be very pleased with it. And some people ask questions like, it's called cold laser, why is it warm? It doesn't hurt, you can feel a little bit of warmth in it. So I don't know if you want to answer that for us or not.
Sure, yeah. So it is called cold laser therapy. The only reason that it is called that is truly for a classification purposes. So it is non-cauterizing. So you're talking about surgical lasers, anything that would be used for maybe LASIK surgery or anything like that. Those are going to be class 5 lasers. This is a class 4, so it's right below the cauterization classification. So that is why it is called a cold laser. But yes, she is telling you that it does feel warm. So like basically a nice little warm glow. Feels like a hairdryer kind of, almost just that heat over you. It should never become too hot. At that time, it's just, you know, I need to speed up my pace. So patients always want to know, well, can you make it warmer? And it's no, not necessarily do we want to make it warmer. It's still going to be just as effective at the temperature that she's currently experiencing.
And so I've used it for tendonitis, muscle strains. What are some of the other things it's good for?
It is good for just about anything you can come up with when it comes to a myofascial concern or chronic injuries or arthritic conditions. So any patients that are dealing with pre-surgery, post-surgery, anything that you can really think of in regards to joints, muscle spasms, brain strains. We treat people that have chronic headaches, so we're actually using laser in some of these cases and not having to adjust. So we're aware that some patients are still a little timid when it comes to chiropractic, and that's understandable. But the laser is really showing to be quite effective in a different array of symptoms that we never really anticipated. So we're seeing things from swelling to, again, like I said, any kind of post-surgery speeding up the healing process. Patients are really enjoying having that nice warm glow as they're going through their healing process. It's not painful. We're not doing, not that PT is not great, but we're not injuring the area. We're actually just speeding up that healing process.
Did this originate with race horses or animals?
Yeah, you got it. So it actually started or became a little bit more prevalent with veterinarians. So when they were actually using laser on animals, and forgive me, but the animals were really the best guinea pig to kind of see if this is going to work. Is this beneficial? Because the animals will either let you know, you'll either see results or you won't. So once that became evident, it just grew from there. So a lot of sports teams, sports docs, rehab, those type of areas were kind of getting a little bit more interested and realized, okay, well, if it works for race horses or, speeding up post-surgical wounds, any kind of infections, arthritic hips for horses and dogs, then why would it not work for our pro athletes? And it definitely has.
And you guys are one of the only chiropractors that I know of anyway in Nashville area, at least around this area, who are doing cold laser.
That is correct.
Yeah.
So we are one of a handful, and we are proud to be one of Nashville's top laser docs. So we're excited to be here. We're excited to be able to work on all types of patients, from our East Nashville Running Club to our any kind of weekend warriors to our musicians. We treat every kind of person that you can think of.
So you guys can check them out on Tuesdays. They're also in the Berry Hill area at their regular office. And there's a link on the website. You click on there for more information and find a way to make an appointment. So come check them out. They're awesome.